Hey guys, it's Silver Snorlax, and I am back today with a PSA send-off. This is our March round going out. Hoping to get these back fairly soon. Smallish round, about 102 cards, 5 or 6 different users. Just gonna kind of do what I always do. Thumb through. I'm gonna chat a little bit, and we'll go ahead and just kind of take a quick look at the round. One thing I would like to note before I even do anything else, we do have a first for this channel, and that is a Magic the Gathering card. I've never had a Magic card on this channel before, so 30 some rounds in and thousands of cards later, I'm glad to see something from Magic the Gathering. It's always a card game that I have enjoyed from a distance. I know very little about the actual game itself. Couldn't tell you how to play or what cards were worth or anything like that. But I've always been a fan of the artwork, and there's just a huge player fan base for it. So I'm really happy to finally have one to grade. I can't wait to see this one come back in a couple of months. So this is really rather cool for me. Schnorn Grand Cenobite. That's what I'm going to go with. So really cool to see that. So now that we've kind of gone over that, we'll go over the rest of the round. So I hope everybody's March is going a little bit better than mine. Part of the reason the round is so small, I've been fairly inactive over the past month or so. We've had kind of a number of goofy things come up at work. Nothing like, I don't know, it's hard to put my finger on it exactly. Just a lot of like goofy things that end up having me stay in later than I would like. A good day for me is only an 11-hour shift, and I don't take a lunch break or anything. I just kind of work the whole time. So just goofy stuff. Our staffing's finally starting to get a little bit better. The issue seems to be our daylight crew is now having issues getting staffed, which was never the case before. So when the daylight guys start having issues, they start coming to us to look to get more done, which, always up for taking care of everyone around me for sure. But yeah, it's been interesting. I'm filming this video. I'm actually filming this a little bit later than I would like. This is like early week of April, first week of April actually. Is it for? Yeah. I get my days mixed up, just FYI, because I work overnight, and when that happens, I Sundays become Mondays and Tuesdays become Wednesdays, and Marches become Aprils. That's kind of how it works. So, but anyway, hope your March is going a little better than mine. As you guys know, I work in the grocery industry, and something interesting that happened in addition to the staffing issues that I almost always have, and just kind of goofy stuff we've had over the past month or so. Really, the last month or two, just kind of goofy stuff. Something interesting happened, and that was our refrigeration system. We run off of kind of our own in-house refrigeration system, a bunch of pipes, tubes, liquids, and refrigerants, and antifreeze stuff, and just, like, it's crazy. Anybody who's ever worked in a grocery store just took a look at the roof. If you have an open roof, see the piping that runs through those places is absolutely crazy. It's an absolute maze. So anyway, something interesting that happened to us, in addition to just kind of getting out of Easter and getting out of holiday time, we actually lost all of the refrigeration in the building, which was not fun. About 3 days before Easter, I forget, yeah, it was about 3 days before Easter, I forget the exact date, but it was right as this round was getting collected, actually, so I had to hold off for a little bit. But yeah, all the refrigeration in the system went out and down, and I remember working that night. We had several techs in the bit. We call them techs. They're mechanical people that come in and check and work on this stuff. We've been having issues, and that's part of what we've been doing. Part of our issues is we've been having issues with the refrigeration. We weren't real sure what was wrong with it. Just kind of goofy stuff, but that stuff requires maintenance anyway, so we're well aware of that. But it'd been happening a lot frequently, and I walk into work one night, again 3 days before Easter, so we're getting ready for our Easter rush. We're already kind of packed to the gills a little bit. I got all my techs in the building. They're all kind of standing around looking at each other, and this is maybe midnight or so, and I'm looking, I go, hey guys, what's going on? Can you give me an update on the refrigeration system? And I never forget, the lead tech looked me straight in the face, and he goes, you're about to undergo catastrophic refrigeration failure. And I looked at him, and I'm like, you're joking with me. There's no possible way. 3 days before a major holiday, we're losing all the refrigeration in the building. And he goes, nope, you are definitely losing all the refrigeration in the building. The next several hours that followed were not fun. Lots of phone calls, me pulling cold things off the shelves and putting them onto refrigerated trailers. It was a bit of a circus. That morning, actually, we had 40 different managers come from different stores to come and help pull stuff off the shelves. I mean, and when we say pull stuff off the shelves, I mean like you've got a dairy department, you got a produce department, meat, seafood. We have a prepared food section, a deli section, a bakery. Gosh, I mean, there's like, there's other stuff on top of that even. So we pulled all of that and put it all into, I want to say it was like 6 tractor trailers worth of stuff, 6 or 7. And so, yeah, that was not a fun day. I remember looking at my partner. There are 2 managers to a department, including my crew. So it's me and another manager who were working that night. And we come in at roughly 10 o'clock. Sometimes we get there a little bit earlier. And I remember looking at them, around midnight and going, we're not going to get out of here until at least noon. That's a 15-hour day or whatever for us right there. 12, 14, yeah, 15, yeah, like 14, 15 hours right there. And he's like, no, there's no way. Well, we'll get help, blah, blah, blah. Sure enough. I think I walked out of there around 1:30. And it was not fun. It is not something I would recommend to anyone to work, 16 some odd hours. And again, I don't take lunch breaks or anything. I think I paused for a couple minutes just to like sit down because I thought I was going to pass out. But aside from that, if we want a lunch break, what we do is we'll buy a sandwich and we'll eat it while we're working. It's kind of how my job works. I can't tell you the last time I actually sat down and had a meal at work. So that was a rough day. But that's probably the most interesting thing I've had to deal with since then. Now, again, filming this a bit in April here, the refrigeration isn't back technically. It was out for something like 2 days, which is way too long. The equivalent of about, well, I would say it was actually down a little closer to 24 hours. We lost a lot of sales over the course of 2 days, is what I should say. We actually had to contact I guess there are like 2 backup refrigeration systems that can supply grocery stores. There's like 2 in the country, so we had to contact somebody down in Georgia to have them ship kind of external refrigeration. We just kind of run pipes out the back of the building, and that is currently what is keeping our things cold in the store. So it's been interesting. I'll put it that way. It's been an interesting probably week for me, and we don't know when that's getting fixed. We don't know when our refrigeration is getting fixed. So hopefully, with any luck, that'll be done well before the April round send off. We'll look at it that way. But those things take time. There's only so much that you can do. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. Staying plenty busy as always. I do apologize if you've messaged me, the past month or so. I've been busy. Different stuff, goofy stuff. I always like doing this. This is one of my favorite things to do. I mean, I try to do other things. Most of the time I sleep, unfortunately. Very much like a Snorlax these days. I just kind of sleep and rest things off, and I come back and I hit as heavy as I can, and I rest it off again. But, something that always gives me joy is just sitting here and kind of thumbing through these cards, looking at what people send. This round in particular I thought had great variation to it. Some new stuff, some old stuff. Not a lot of duplicates. I don't have, 10 Charizards or whatever. I've just got different stuff, so it's nice. Dark Dawn fans. Interesting to see these come through on Unlimiteds. A lot of times I only see the first editions. Dark Tyranitar is probably one of my favorite cards from that set, by the way. I think that's Neogenesis. I forget. Another white Togetic. But yeah, I am a busy man. Unfortunately, I think I'm too busy. But I finally caught a day here, and actually when I'm done filming this, I'm going to go back to bed. That's kind of sad, but yeah, that's kind of my days these days. So again, apologies if you've been trying to reach out, contact me. I do what I can. Certainly don't want to abandon this hobby, as it's been as much fun as it has been. You guys have always been an amazing fan base for me. So there we go. I've always thought that you guys are an amazing fan base, patient, and just wonderful, and really into what I do. Just really great stuff. So, all right, guys, there it is. That's 102 cards for the March send-off. Hope I didn't bore you guys too much. My just kind of ramblings, and try not to complain about work, certainly, but I like to kind of explain to you guys what I do. So I think a lot of you guys know I am a very overworked grocery manager. I think that's a fair statement. So, all right. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll have more uploads here soon. At least that's the hope. I think I'm waiting on a round or two here to come back, and hopefully those will be up fairly soon. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and more uploads to come.